Hello, and welcome to my channel where I have no background music, no editing, no sexy slow motion shots of me pouring things, no other white guy to sort of bullshit with. I will tell you useful consumer information about certain products if that's what interests you. So let's go with that. So first, I have had this in my cabinet for a few years now. I bought it kind of on a whim, and it was just one of those things I threw in the box and kind of never went back to. And every once in a while, I sort of force myself to go in there and pull something out that I'm not immediately interested in, just to see, just to spend some time with it. And I got this guy and opened it up. This is the 375, and was pleasantly surprised. So this is Dry Fly Distilling, Cask strength, straight wheat whiskey. Straight meaning it's 2 years old. All right, so a little bit of confession before we get to this. I have never been really a fan of wheated bourbons. That will probably shock some people. I've always found the younger ones to just be kind of, a little bit simple, just kind of oak candy a lot of the time. And I mean, the older ones are like, they can be a beautiful canvas upon which a great barrel can write its masterpiece. But frankly, I've had a lot of the the Pappies from back when they were still sourced from Stitzelweller even, and I mean they're lovely. They're excellent whiskeys, but there's nothing. They weren't really my thing. Put it that way. With wheated bourbon, I'm always left wanting a little bit more, especially a little bit more from the distillate. So I grabbed this on a whim, and I wasn't expecting much. This is a 100% wheat whiskey. Dry Fly is a sort of fly fishing themed distillery up in Spokane, Washington. They haven't taken really any shortcuts with this. It's just 100% white wheat, I believe, aged in standard 53-gallon barrels. So no tricks, no small barrels, no smoking the wheat or anything like that. It's very simple. So I got this on sale, and I was curious about it, but I never went back to it. And let's give this a try. Incidentally, this one is from where's the date on this? Here we go. It's the thing says 11/10/14, which seems like it would be like 6 years ago, but I've gone back to Binny since then. They still have some of the 14 marked ones in stock, so you may still be able to find this. I think this is about 3 years old or so. Anyways, so neat, and then we'll go back to it with a splash of water. All right. I was worried I would just be getting oak candy with this, and there is a sort of oak candy thing going on. It's very there's a lot of frankly brown sugar going on, and oak going on. You're getting wood chips, vanilla, little ginger, little coconut flakes, little toasted coconut. But then beyond that, you're getting some very complex herbal notes too, which I'm really enjoying. There's a kind of spearmint gum thing going on, and also like frosted mini wheats, like not the brand ones. You want the generic ones, the sort of grocery store brand ones, which I always thought were better than the than the branded ones. Honey, nothing complex, like just standard clover honey. Little Bartlett pear, like unripe pear. Some nutshells, like peanut shells, and a little bit of like a dusty closet or something, like a closet with boxes and things that hasn't been touched in years. It's kind of some kind of herbal tea note, which is lovely, and Do you remember Tic Tacs, the little breath mints that came in the little plastic thing? Do you remember the white ones? That I'm getting that on the nose. White Tic Tacs on the palate. Yeah. Again, you think, oh, so first of all, it's very hot. They say cask strength, and it's 60% alcohol. I don't know how they got it so that every single cask they have is 60% alcohol, but I guess it worked out for them. I'm not complaining. It's very hot. I would not suggesting drinking this without throwing a little bit of water into it, but just neat. You are getting that oak candy thing again. Definitely, you're getting coconut, vanilla bean, little vanilla ice cream, just a little wood smoke, not too much. But then beyond that, there's a kind of like peppermint gum meets lemon zest thing. It's actually very refreshing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Lots of different little things going on. Some pepper. Not really black pepper. It's more like the pink pepper, the pink peppercorns, like that kind of thing. Some teriyaki sauce in there. Soy and sake. Kind of a nutty, sweet, like an amaretto de amore, something like that, and a decent rye. Not really a rye whiskey, more like a rye vodka, like Belvedere or something. Mm-hmm. More mint, very minty, but throw some ginger beer on top of your mint. A little clove, little kind of a pine needle thing on the finish, which I'm really enjoying. Yeah, I mean, it's oak candy up front, and then it gets more herbal and interesting in the back. It is for such a, you can tell it's young, but for such a young whiskey, it really does coat the mouth quite well. So I didn't bring my dropper with me since I'm doing this a little bit on the fly, but I'm gonna add a touch of water. Let's see if that's enough. Mm-hmm. A little bit more. When you add water, always err on the side of less, because you can't take it out again once you add it. You can always add more if there wasn't enough. Let's try this again. Give that a second to sit down. Yeah, wheat whiskey. It's hard for me to think of other examples of wheat whiskey, like 100% wheat. Anyways, running around the U.S. Bernheim's obviously has been doing it forever, but I think like they're mixing some corn and barley in there, right? So this is 100%. This is the wheat equivalent of something like what's going on now at like Tattersall or New Riff or any of those distilleries that are starting to make 100% rye whiskeys. And I'm enjoying it. There's not a lot of depth to this, so don't get it twisted. There's a complexity in terms of the kinds of flavors that are available, which are very different from what I would expect from, say, a traditional bourbon, because the corn isn't there to sort of provide the I don't know, that the heft and the smoothness, for lack of a better word. And there's also no rye to provide that extra spiciness. It's just kind of, this has kind of become oak and like an herbaceousness, which I'm really enjoying. So I've let this sit for a minute. I should probably, honestly, if I were actually drinking this, I would give it a minute longer, but let's go back to it. Okay, so that the water makes this both sweeter, but also and less minty too. The mint kind of recedes to the back. And it's more dusty. There's kind of a more tumbleweed, um, old attic thing coming to the forefront. More shredded wheat, not frosted this time, but just regular shredded wheat. Um, Kind of a campfire, more like just campfire ash, like there's a half burned log and you just pick it up and smell it, that kind of thing. Um, Provence herbs. Now it's gone from pink peppercorn to more of a black pepper kind of, just straight up black pepper. Um, Kind of almost a soupy thing. I'm gonna say cream of mushroom. For, I don't know, something, uh, yeah, kind of mushroomy, but like creamy at the same time. And yeah, let's go with cream of mushrooms, like just straight up Campbell's, and that herbal note, and the wheat, the wheat cereal. And the dustiness is sort of right up front. On the palate, okay. As is common, it gets sweeter and it also gets spicier. There's more pepper coming to the front. Just straight black pepper. Peppermint also. The peppermint component in this is very, very obvious. Sassafras, that's the sort of cousin to root beer. Kind of, more serious root beer, more herbal root beer. Um, kind of a, it's just kind of a peppery frosted wheat thing, like the cereal. Throw some black pepper on your frosted mini wheats. Mm, and a little bit of a fig note, but it's almost more like a fig Newton than just a fig. It's like the cookie that you never liked to eat as a child. Not bad at all. I mean, this is not, again, as I said, this is not deep whiskey, but for something that's relatively inexpensive, I think I got this. I don't remember what I paid for this bottle, but in like the 20s or something for this, and that's, this is fun stuff for folks to experiment with, whether they're sippers or amateur mixologists, whatever. I mean, this is fun. This is different. It's just not doesn't have the depth yet, but I suspect this would age well if you wanted to do that. But it's great right now for an alternative to the normal stuff out there. One more shot. Yeah, honestly, I would take this over a younger wheated bourbon any day, any old day. I'm gonna give this 83 plus. It's not profound, but it's lovely, and I'll leave it there. 83 plus out of 100. If you can find this for a good price, go buy it. If you need a break from other stuff, go buy it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, and cheers.